Today's topic for NCIX Tech Tips is this. And it may not look very interesting, but this is probably the coolest product that Intel has launched for the mainstream consumer in a good long while. This is the Core i5 and Core i7 K-series. So there's two CPUs. There's the 655K and the 875K. The 655 is a dual core and the 875 is a quad core. Now, they are not very different from the Core i7 870 and the Core i5 650. What separates them is that these are unlocked. These are basically like mini extreme editions. They're finally an answer to AMD's Black series of unlocked processors. That means that we're seeing completely overclocking unlocked processors at a mainstream price point on a mainstream socket. So these are both LGA 1156 parts, and there's more. There's another feature here that we're going to talk about today. ASUS has a new application, or rather BIOS feature, that lets you take these unlocked processors and Intel Turbo Boost technology. We've covered this before on my blog, which basically takes your workload, whether you need a single core or dual core or all four cores of your processor, and scales the frequency up. So you can use these unlocked processors to change how much your CPU frequency scales up when you need it. So here you can see that by default we are running at only 1.2 gigahertz. That means that all of Intel's core downclocking and power saving features are working. This is on an overclocked CPU, but then when we actually go ahead and enable something that makes use of the entire CPU, okay, I'm just going to run a torture test with 8 threads here. You can see that my CPU frequency scales up to 3.6 gigahertz. This is on a 2.93 gigahertz stock processor, and this is doing itself all automatically. But wait, there's more again. If I am running a single or a dual threaded application, so I'm going to set my core affinity to run on only 2 CPUs, my CPU frequency is going to scale up yet again to 3.744 gigahertz. This is all without changing any front-side bus settings or doing anything complicated. We're going to go backwards and show you how to do this within the BIOS of this ASUS motherboard today. So we're loaded into the BIOS of the ASUS P7P55DE Premium, and I'm going to show you a very cool feature coming out on this motherboard along with the release of these processors that is just, it revolutionizes the way we overclock. It's called the Turbo Unlocker, and if you look in here you can see that now, besides just changing the CPU ratio, the way that we can do with an Extreme Edition or an AMD Black Edition already, now we can actually customize the way that Turbo Boost works. So we can set the CPU to automatically overclock itself, something Turbo Boost already does, but do it on our own terms. So I'm running the 875K in here, and that is pretty much the same CPU as the 870. But you've got that unlocked processor. So the 870 can go up to 3.6 gigahertz on a single core, if you've only got a single core active. Now it can go up to 3.43 if you have 2 cores active, but it drops all the way down to 3.2, I believe, somewhere in that range, if you've got 4 cores active. This one, on the other hand, I can set it to turbo whatever I want. So if I have 4 cores or 3 cores active, I've set it to scale up 5 speed bins to 3.6 gigahertz. And that's what you saw when we did our quick demo there. I also showed you the 2-core load, which is an additional speed bin. Now I'm able to take this CPU dynamically on the fly as I need the extra speed, depending how many cores I'm using, all the way up to 7 speed bins above stock. Now, I did have to increase the voltage a little bit, but this is game-changing, because besides setting a frequency for it to run at, now you can set it dynamically to adjust the load, to overclock settings, you could set it so that when you're running 4 cores, it only turbos up 1 if you don't care, or 3, or you could set with 1 core, maybe you can push your CPU even higher. So for gaming, where you only need a couple cores, or for video editing, where you need 4, all of a sudden you're getting the best possible performance for any given workload. Very, very cool stuff. So I just want to do a practical demonstration here, much like what I did already, but this time I'm going to walk you through my methodology a little bit. So if I can get the cameraman to have a look at the screen, you can see that my CPU core is clocked at 1.2 gigahertz. Now, in the past, we were able sometimes to take a CPU and overclock it and retain some of the features. Like we could keep hyperthreading on as long as you can dissipate all the heat. We could keep the CPU core downclocking, the power saving features on sometimes. But the typical way to do it was to either increase your multiplier, increase your bus speed, disable turbo, disable all that stuff, and just have it run at the overclocked frequency. That was the objective. Well, now, like I said, this is game changing. Now we can dynamically adjust our overclock, and it can adapt itself to whatever kind of workload we need. So here it's running at 1.2 gigahertz because I'm not doing anything. It's running at 20 degrees, so I've got a nice fat air cooler on it that's keeping it nice and cool despite the fact that I am pumping a little more voltage into it. Now, I promised I'd walk you through my methodology a little bit better. Here I have Prime 95, I'm using small FFTs to stress the whole CPU as much as I can. That means I'm running 8 threads. So there are 4 physical cores and then 4 hyper-threaded cores on this CPU, just like the 870. So I'm going to go ahead and run that, and you're going to see my CPU frequency jumps up to 3.6 gigahertz. There it goes. So CPU frequency is now 3.6 gigahertz. What I am going to do now is I'm going to open up the Task Manager, and I'm going to use that to adjust how much of my CPU this application is able to access. So I'm going to eliminate 1 hyperthread core and then 1 physical core. So it's able to access 3 CPU cores now. We stay at 3.6 gigahertz because, as you saw in the BIOS, I had it set to run at 3.6 or 5 speed bins over stock with 4 or 3 cores. Now remember too, 5 speed bins over stock is what the 870 does with a single threaded application, and we're able to do it with 4 cores now. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to reduce the affinity again and allow it to run only on 2 cores and 2 hyper-threaded cores. You already saw this. It ramps up to 3.74 gigahertz. And then I'm going to do it one more time. I did not show you this before, but I'm going to bring it up to a single core on hyperthread and a single physical core. We've got the CPU up to 3.876 gigahertz. So that means if you're playing an older game that only needs a single core CPU, or if you're playing a newer game that only needs a dual core, now you have all of those dynamic overclocking features completely customizable, thanks basically to Intel releasing these at a mainstream price point, and to their partners like ASUS for allowing us to have these tools. So thank you for checking out NCIX Tech Tips on the brand new Intel Core i7 875K as well as the i5 655K.